Good morning. Whoops. Where's my microphone? There we go. Hello. Good morning. Hi, cubies and newbies. I am Sunshine. This is the ABCube method for solving Rubik's Cubes. We're going to play. Sorry I'm late signing on. I was oversleeping. Alright. Yesterday, let's see, I've got these lined up with everything but the last layer done. If anyone's ready to ask me about those. So I've got those lined up. I also pre-did a couple of parodies. There's one on my 3x9. Pre-did a couple parodies. If we start talking about parodies, I've got a couple of those done already. I should make a parody out of those two as well. So you can see what the parodies look like. Okay. Anybody here? Okay. Hello, Peculiar ASMR. Nice to see you. As I said, I am Sunshine, and this is the ABCube method. Formula A is 4 moves, Formula B is 8 moves. A brings a piece to the top from the bottom or the front, and B moves 3 pieces around. And that's all you need to do to solve every complexity Rubik's Cube. I did not, so anyway, yeah. Yesterday I did the corners. I'm happy to stop and redo and answer questions or redo any questions that you have. The reason I don't just do a solve and go a scramble and go through it is because I'm trying to cover every aspect of what can happen at each step. So that's why I have more than one cube that I'm working on. I'm trying to increase the odds of having something that the cube in your hand has, so that I can help. So I am set up to teach in real time. If you bring me your non-cuber friends, or if you have any you want me to walk you through it, I can do that. I can teach up to 4 people at a time. Okay, so Formula A is 4 moves, Formula B is 8 moves, and with that like I said, the corners are done. And everything else, the corners have dictated what color each face, our faces should be. If you have an absolute center, this is a good time to place the absolute center before you've done any of your edges. However, just pretend you did your edges and you don't want to mess them up. You can apply Formula A to the absolute center. This piece is going to move to the top. Actually, I'm going to do it twice because the white that I want is over here. So this piece is going to move probably to the orange there. So we move out, down, in, up, and then follow it again. It wants to go there, so we go out, down, in, up. Now, it's not necessary if you don't have any edges you don't want to mess up, but if you do, then you can keep them in place. So after the corners, we're going to I've trained my eyes as a newbie. I've trained my eyes to look for yellow and white, so I'm going to continue looking for yellow and white. So I hold the cube, whichever cube it is, so that yellow and white are left and right as dictated by the corners. Okay, so yellow and white are left and right, and I look for anything pieces in between the outside columns in the center area that has a yellow or white in it, and then I throw them to the outside. I do that until the yellow and whites are all gone. So let me find a piece. Oh, let me see. I usually have a sticky here. Alright. So, with yellow and white left and right, I look for a piece that has yellow or white on it. Okay? Here is a yellow, and here, and here. So this piece, with yellow and white left and right, this yellow piece wants to move. I bring the corners to match the front, and I determine which direction it's going to be. So the green and white is going to land above the green and white something corner, not above the green and yellow something corner. So it's going in this direction. So this would be my first column, this would be my second column. And so this one's going in, nope, sorry, it's going in this direction because it's white, green and yellow. this way. Maybe I should go back to bed. Okay, so this one's going in this direction, so this will be my first column, this will be my second column. Let's see if we can find one that's going the other direction. Here's one. Let's split that in half here. Sticky, sticky, sticky. There you go. Okay, so here's one. It's also a green and yellow, but with yellow and white left and right. This one's going in the white direction, the left direction. So this one wants to go over here, and this one wants to go over here. Okay, so this one is B as written, and this other one is the mirror of B. So yellow and white are left and right. The top corners match the front, so it's the top row and 2 columns. The first column is where it's going to land, second is where it begins. So I'm working with this row, this column, and this column. This is B as written here. So I rotate the top to move this piece away from the action, and then first up, back, second up, reverse, down, back, down, and my marker piece fell off, but it landed there. This one is the same thing, but going in the opposite direction. So first thing to do is it's going to land here. First thing to do is move it away. So away, up, in, up, away, down, in, down, and this landed somewhere above the green and yellow. Let's find another piece. Okay, here is yellow and white are left and right. Corners match the front. It's going in the left direction. Let's see if we can find one. Okay. This. Yellow and white are left and right. And this one is going in the left direction, the right direction. I know my left and right. This didn't truly. Okay, you're not sticky. All right. So this one is going in this direction, and this one is going in this direction. So formula B, top row, first column, you move it away from the action, and then the first column up, move it in, second column up, away, down, in, down, and that one moved to the left. This one, corners match the front. It's going in the yellow direction rather than the white direction. So away from the action, first up, in, second up, away, down, in, down, and it placed it there. Okay, and whatever cube you're working on, you just do that until you run out of pieces in the center. So here is a yellow or white, but white's on front. I want it to be on the top, so I flip it. So yellow and white are left and right, and this one is going in the right side. This one has one going into the left side. So either way, you hold the cube so it's top front, and corners match the front. We bring the corners together to match the front. Determine its direction and start by moving it away. First up, in, second up, away, down, in, second down. Okay, so that one moved there. This one is going to move to the left direction, away, up, in, up, away, down, in, down, and there it is, it landed. So we just do this one piece at a time until the opposite edges are done. So let's do that. Instead of going back and forth, I'm just gonna, so again, what you'd find, you find your piece, you put it on top, bring the corners to match the front, determine its direction, and then start by moving it away, first up, back, and you see that it's lined up to land there. Second up, reverse down, and it lands. Okay, here's one going in this direction, away, up, in, up, away, down, in, down. Good morning. Hi, you guys. Nice to see your names today. So yesterday we did the corners, And today we're doing the opposite edges, I trained my eyes to look for yellow and white as I was looking for the corners. So I'm going to keep looking for yellow and white. So again, the corners are yellow and white are left and right. Find a piece in the middle that wants to be moved. Line up the corners to match the front. Determine its direction. And so this is where it's going to land is the first column, where it begins is the second column. So away up, in, up, away down, in, down. Okay. Okay. Here's a yellow. Flip it so it's on top. Red corners match the front. It's going in this direction. Okay. My thumbtack stuff, my blue tacky stuff, is dried out. Get another piece. Okay. Steve paper, cut me. Let me warm it up with my fingers. Ha ha ha. Okay. Here's a yellow. Okay. Corners match the front. It's going in this direction. Away first up, in second up, away down, in second down. Okay. Here's another one. Corners already match the front. White's on top. Away up, in up, away down, in down. Do I need the last down? No, but I have learned muscle memory, so it's needed later on. I don't take shortcuts because this is a newbie method. Okay, white's on top. Corners match the front. Yellow and white are left and right. Move it away, up, in up, away down, in down. Okay, corners are together. Looking only at the edges now. No yellow or white, no yellow or white. There's one. Okay. And we keep going. For as long as there's a yellow or white in the middle of the place, we just place it to the outside. Corners match the front. It's going in this direction. Slide up, slide up, slide down, slide down. And that was the last one. We just placed another yellow, so there's another one. Okay. Flip the cube. Corners to match the front, determine its direction, and it's going to displace another white, so we keep having one. Okay. White's on top, corners match the front, it's going in the left direction, so away up, in up, away down, in down. Okay. And yes, we still have a white or yellow. Corners to match the front, determine its direction. It's going to displace another white, so we're not done yet. Slide up, slide up, slide down, slide down. Okay. Color on top. Corners yellow and white are left and right. Corners match the front. Determine its direction, and away up, in, up, away down, in, down. Okay, and there's another yellow. They keep popping up. We just keep going until they're all gone. Corners to match the front. This one's going to the yellow side, so away up, in, up, away down, in, down. Okay. No yellow or white, no yellow or white, no yellow or white. So I ran out of yellow and white edges. Okay, so now we assess. These ones look correct to each other. These ones look correct to each other. They either will or won't be. Sometimes you'll have a piece that's where it wants to be, but positioned incorrectly, or you'll have a yellow on the white side, something that was there that didn't get displaced in the process. So if the side edges or opposite edges are done, you go on to the next step. But let's finish these ones because still the same process. Okay, so yellow and white are left and right. Corners match the front. Determine its direction and move away. Up, up, down, down. Okay, here's the white. Bring the corners to match the front. determine its direction, and start away, up, up, down, down. Okay. There's another piece. Going in this, corners match the front, determine its direction, away, up, in, up, away, down, in, down. Okay, one, two, three. Here's another. There's no yellow or white in the middle, so we assess. Some of these look correct. This one does not. These ones look correct. So the one that does not, I can move out by throwing a garbage piece in there, and then I can displace it. But I'm not. Because the first part of the next step is to displace a yellow, and I'm just going to leave that one there as the one I'm going to displace. So yellow and white are left and right. Let's work on the opposite edges for this one. And again, we want to get till we get rid of all the yellow and whites in the middle. And you want to get to where the yellow and whites are solved or one off. We're going to leave that one off just as a shortcut there. So yellow and white are left and right. Bring the corners to match the front. It's going in the white direction. And as you get to larger cubes, sometimes it helps. You can see that we're rotating the center slices pretty much independently because what we're working on is the opposite edges. So the larger cubes you get, you might want to check and see whether you can line up more than one at a time, and we can here. So corners match the front. It's going this direction, away, up, in, place the whole thing as you can, down, down. Okay. Sometimes you can do that, sometimes you can't, but it's worth it to check because you're saving yourself some time and some movement. Okay, so here, another white in the middle area of my cube. Corners match the front. It's going this direction. Do I want to see if 1, 2, 3, nothing else that's favorable to bring down, but this one wants to move out as well, so I'm just going to treat these as one. So we've got up, up, down, down. Okay. Here's a white in the corners to match the front, determine its direction. Okay. One's already placed. This one's going to land here. This one, let's just see real quick. There it is. Okay, so away up, in up, away down, in down. Okay, and we'll do this until we run out of yellow or whites in the middle. Here is a yellow. Flip it so it's on top. Yellow and white are left and right, as dictated by the corners. Bring the corners to match the front. This is going to land over here, but all of these can come out. So let's see whether there's any more that are convenient to place. And we're going to place all three of them. Up, up, down, down. Okay, I could have placed them one at a time. But you can, if you can place more than one at a time, that's just fine. You notice I don't spend time pairing up edges, except for in this step. So corners match the front. It's going in this direction. This one wants to be here, so there's no point rotating this row, but I can 1, 2, 3, see if there's anything here. There's nothing. Okay, so I'm just going to do this center piece. Yeah. Slide up, slide up, slide down, slide down. Okay. No yellow or white. Here's some yellow or whites. Flip it so they're on top. Just pick one. Okay. Bring the corners to match the front. It's going in this direction. None of them are already placed, so let's take a quick look. 1, 2, 3. Okay, there's 2 I can place. Place these 2. Slide up, up, down, down. Okay. Here's a white. Corners to match the front. Determine its direction. This one's already placed, but the center is possible to be placed. So 1, 2, 3. Nope, we don't have it there in the middle already. So just this one. These ones kind of look connected, so I'm going to treat them as one, just in case that saves me a couple of moves later on, because it doesn't hurt me here. same number of moves. So yellow on top, go yellow and white left and right, corner on top, bring this corners to match the front, determine its direction, and let's take a quick look. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, nothing. Okay, so just throw this in there, but displace this one as well. Up, just so it's out in the middle, because I can. There's no more movements. There's not extra movements. So yellow and white are left and right, corners on yellow, active colors on top. Bring the corners to match the front. Determine its direction. One's already placed, but I can look and see if this one can place. 1, 2, 3. It does not, but that's okay. So just this one, but I'm going to displace this one to bring it out to the middle as well, because it is yellow or white. So if you can say, anytime you can save a move by treating something, by moving a larger piece, it's okay. So corners match the front. Yellow and white are left and right. It's going in this direction. It's the only piece that can place, so I'm not even going to look for the other ones. So up, up, down, down. Okay, find another. Okay, these two can both be placed. Bring the corners to match the front. Center one's already placed, so I'm just going to treat these as one. So away, up, in, up and up, away, down, in, down and down. Okay, so that's done. Here's some paired themselves up. See, I don't have to pair things up, they pair themselves up. Corners match the front, it's going in this direction. Away, up, in, up, up, down, down, down. Okay. Looking for another yellow or white in the middle of the cube. Yellow and white are left and right. Corners to match the front. Going in this direction. Everything else is placed. Away, up, in, up, away, down, in, down. Okay. Looking, here's a white. Okay. Corners match the front. It's going in this direction. You know what, these are all, I'm going to place it. Slide up, slide down, slide down. Okay, looking for yellow or whites. No more yellow or whites. Now recess, and the opposite edges are complete. So there we go. Doop-de-doop-de-doo. Good morning. I did corners yesterday. Today I'm working with edges. I did the opposite edges, but I can continue and do the side edges as well, because it's the same motion. We've established Formula B for an outside column and inside column. There's an edge piece from the top front to the side front. Okay, so we set all of the yellow or white, or all of the yellow or white except for one. And so now white goes face down, because we're working with yellow still. And I check this up. So the opposite edges are done. I'm checking the side edges. So if any of them are solved, I'm going to leave them alone. But if any of them are not solved, I'm going to displace a yellow piece into an incorrect piece, which will move it to the top, and then I can place it with my white staying face down. So that's why I left a piece. That's why I left my last piece there, not solved. So I'm going to displace this into here, up, up, down, down, and I'm going to be working on my side edges until this yellow piece finds its way back to the top, and it will eventually find its way back to the top. And when it does, I don't care whether it's correctly placed or incorrectly placed, as long as it comes to the top layer, then I'm going to reassess. So for now, I'm ignoring everything on top except for the piece that's not yellow. I line up my center if I can, if I have a center. Some pieces don't have a center. So I hold the top row, rotate the cube as a whole until the corners, the bottom corners, because we're ignoring the top, bottom corners match the front, and then I determine which direction it's going, and then Formula B. So this piece, so first column is where it's going to land, second column is where it begins, and we start by moving it away from the first column. So away, up, away, down, in, down. Okay. Now this yellow is going to go bip-bop back and forth as I move three pieces, because there's always three pieces I'm moving. So line it up, okay, determine its direction, and it's going to put my yellow back to the top sooner than I anticipated, but that's okay. So this one's going over here, away, up, in, up, away, down, in, down, and the yellow found its way back to the top, so we assess. This cube's correct, this edge is correct, this edge is not correct, so I'm going to displace a piece, a yellow, into this piece so it can come to the top where I can place it. So slide up, slide down, and we have another not yellow on top. Corners to match the front, determine its direction, away, up, down, down. Okay, we're ignoring all of the yellows now. We looked for them before, and now we're ignoring them. So corners, edge piece on top that's not yellow, corners to match the front, determine its direction, away, up, in, up, away, down, in, down. Yellow came back to the top, so we assess, and yay, we're happy. Huzzah! Okay, so if it's 3 by 3, there's only one column in the middle to look at, but if you have got a larger cube, there's more columns to look at, and that's okay, because we're just, okay, so we've already established that that the yellows and whites are done, so white goes face down, and we're still working on edges, but now we're working on the side edges. Okay, I can displace I can work on one layer at a time, or I can work all the way up to the middle to displace. But I don't want to go past the middle, because if there is a parity, I want to force it to show up opposite rather than diagonal. So this piece doesn't want to move, so I can do one slice here. These pieces both want to move, so I'm going to treat these as one, and I'm going to displace these into there. First thing I'm going to do is line up the center. Okay. All right. Actually, there. Okay. So I'm going to treat these as one piece. So away, up, in, up, away, down, in, down. Now I'm white's face down, and I'm ignoring all of the yellows. We're looking for only thing on top that's not yellow. Okay. Here's on top not yellow. Bring the corners to match the front. Okay. Determine its direction. And so away, up, in, up, away, down, in, down. Okay, find another piece on top that's not yellow. I can't treat these the same because they're not. So corners to match the front, determine its direction, away, up, in, up, away, down, in, down. And you can see that because I did the yellow and whites first, those yellow edges are a visual clue for me if I'm getting distracted on which columns I'm working on. Which the bigger the cubes you have, the more easy that is to get distracted. So since the edges are done, they're a visual clue for me. So I'm looking for not yellow on top, and here's one. Bring the corners to match the front, the whole entire cube except for the top row, and then determine its direction. And then this is going over here. So first column, second column, start by moving away. Up, down, down. Okay. Looking for not yellow. Bring the corners to match the front. Determine its direction. And first column is where it will land. Second column is where it begins. So away, up, in, up, away, down, in, down. Okay. Another not yellow is here. Line it up to the center. Line the corners up to the front color. Make the corners match the front. Determine its direction. And away, up, in, up, away, down, in, down. And we're just placing pieces one at a time. Okay. More not yellow. These two are correct to each other, so I'm going to treat them as one. Corners match the front. It's going in this direction. Okay. So these two are going to land over here, up, down, down. Okay, One of our yellows came back to the top, but one did not, so I'm going to keep working on the non-yellow. So corners match the front, determine its direction. And I can treat these as one because this one needs to be displaced again. So I'm going to displace these. So up, up, down, down. Okay. And again, corners to match the front, determine their direction. Up, up, down, down. One yellow came back, but we're still working with the other one. Corners to match the front, determine its direction. Up, up, down, down. Yellow came back to the top, so we assess. This side is correct, this side is correct, this side is correct, this side is correct. Okay, so what we have here is a lie. It's called a parity. Because it's called a parity because we started with a 3x3 back in the 80s. And so we came up with algorithms that would solve the 3x3. And when the 4x4 came out, we tried to solve it like a 3x3, and we're like, wait, there's more things. Something can happen. This doesn't happen on a 3x3. So we called it a parity. Because math reasons, I suppose. But the cube is inherently honest. The cube always moves 3 pieces around at a time. If they're going to move 1 piece, you're going to move 3 pieces. Formula A brings a piece to the top. Formula B moves 3 pieces around. So if it looks like there's only 2 pieces to move because this one goes here and this one goes here, well, what do we do? When the pieces are in the correct place but just need to be flipped, we can incorporate a third piece into the equation and use it twice, and we can flip 2 pieces at the same time even though it looks like there's only 2. But when they actually do really need to be switched, be moved and changed in position, the way to change in position is to move 3. So if you only see 2, the third piece, there's still a third piece. The third piece that you do not see is the third piece that you do not see, meaning that the layer that touches that parity is a quarter turn off. And so if you take that layer and make a quarter turn, it doesn't matter which direction, either way, one of those 2 that were incorrect is now correct, and there's 3 that are incorrect. And we know how to move 3 pieces at once. You probably have an algorithm that will move those 3 pieces. I'm going to do it using formula B. So this one's correct. I'm going to leave this layer in that orientation, and I'm going to solve these pieces. Okay, so blue is now my top. I'm going to displace a blue into this side edge here. Okay, and then looking for on top that's not the top color, I'm going to bring the corners to match the front, determine its direction, and away up, in up, away down, in down. Okay, another piece on top that's not the top color, corners match the front, determine its direction, up, up, down, down. Piece on top that's not the top color, line it up to match the front, determine its direction, up, up, down, down, and when your top color comes back to the top again, everything is correct. The parity has disappeared, it dissolved, poof. Now if you were doing reduction method and you already had centers solved, you're going to have to reset the centers. But since I do the centers last, it doesn't matter, you can't tell. So so the opposite edges first and then side edges. Opposite edges first, and now I'm doing side edges, so white face down, pick a piece on the side that's incorrect. I'm going to throw a garbage piece into it. Up, up, down, down. Okay, looking for a piece on top that's not the top color. Line up the corners to match the front, determine its direction. These are paired up, but I'm going to have to separate them. Okay, so I'm just doing the layers on top that are not yellow. So corners match the front. It's going in this direction. Up, up, down, down. Blue, corners match the front. It's going in this direction. to the red. So the blue and red edge is going to land above the blue and red something corner. Up, up, down, down. Okay. Yellows came back to the top, so we assess. This one's correct. Let's see, this one's correct, this one's not. So we find a piece that's not, and we we displace a yellow into the incorrect spot to move the incorrect piece to the top where it can be placed. And we continue placing the not yellow piece until yellow comes back to the top again. So corners match the front, determine its direction. Slide up, slide up, slide down, slide down. Okay, look for the piece that's not yellow. Bring the corners to match the front, determine its direction. Away up, in up, away down, in down. Okay, piece on top that's not yellow. Yellow came back to the top, so now we reassess. Now we assess. Okay, this one's correct, this one's not, so we're going to displace a yellow into the incorrect spot and keep going with the side edges. Okay, so piece not yellow, corners to match the front, determine its direction, away up, in up, away down, in down. Okay, keep going until we bring yellow comes back to the top again. Up, up, down, down. Corners to match the front, determine its direction, away up, up, down. And the white's still there, keeping me straight on which columns I'm on. And the yellow came back to the top, so we assess. This one is correct, this one is correct, this one is correct, this one is correct. So there's two pieces and only two pieces. That is a lie. There's always three pieces. So there's this piece and the slice that they land on is the third piece. So I make that slice, turn a quarter turn, and now we have 1, 2, 3 edges that we need to be swapped, and we can do that. Your favorite algorithm or Formula B. Whoa, hello kitty. Hi. Are you so beautiful? Yes, you are, but I'm in the middle of a movement. Okay. Corners to match the front, determine its direction. Jump out, go, love you. And when the color comes back to the top, your parity has disappeared. Poof, it's all gone. Okay, so doing the corners solved me the 2 by 2, add in the absolute center and the edges, solved me the 3 by 3, and for everything else, like I said, the sides of the colors of your face are dictated, and what's left now is we can do the centers. And I can either leave those for tomorrow or I can do those right now. Okay. Slipping back to Formula A. Formula A can be used for an entire first face, but only for one face, because Formula A, when you do it, affects all 6 sides. So since everything looks kind of scrambled, it doesn't matter. You know what? Rather than doing Formula A, I'm going to want to move all these greens at one time up to here. So I'm going to do Formula A to move these greens up here. So I'm going to treat this whole piece as one. So out, down, in, up. Okay. And then Formula A to bring the green piece back to the top. Okay. You have to have the 3 centers, the 3 colors being top, front, and right. Okay. And I can do it twice this way, or I can flip the cube upside down and do it once this way. So out, down, in, up. Okay, so that's a different way of using Formula A. So the green is my first face now, not white. So here's a piece, wants to go up here. Formula A would move it. It has to be lined up under where it wants to be. Formula A, move it away, move the space down, move the piece into the space, and the piece in the space back up again. Okay. Here's one piece, wants to go here, out, down, in, up. And again, it's messing up all the sides except for the one. So I don't do this for more than one side. But here's a piece. Bring that piece under where it wants to be. Move it out, down, in, up. And so we use Formula A for one face and only one face. For this one, I'll do white. I'm going to do white. So these want to go up here. So out, down, in, up. Okay. And these want to go, put them under where they want to be, away, bring them up and back. Okay. So we can do Formula A or similar for one face and only one face. Do, 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 do. I'm going to leave that there because I'm trying to break up the videos into step by step like I used to when I was more organized. So does anyone have any questions for me or comments or hello or goodbye before I leave? And we'll come back tomorrow. We will do the edges, the centerpieces. Tomorrow we'll do the centerpieces. All right, you guys, go have a great day. Be nice to yourself. Be happy. And I will be back tomorrow. Bye.